Okay, let's try to get this going. Alright, so, whoops, wrong window. I recently made a new level, and now I'm going to be making some modifications. Let's see here. After initial testing demonstrated what I suspected, that the level was a garbage fire. So let's see here. I'm gonna actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and save that. But let's also save. So the level is meant to be a combination of Baghdad, Choke, and Showdown. Oh, I've lost my mouse here. Hold on one sec. Right now it's grenades only and low gravity, and that's proving to be sort of a pain in the butt gameplay wise. Not very fun, except like in a ridiculous way, but the novelty of that will wear off pretty quickly. So I'm going to create a bunch of different versions here for us to test. The first one will be basically as it is, but with normal gravity. So we'll do that quickly because that will actually be very easy to do. Because I just have to take this line out. And that's it for that. Save a pict. Hold on one sec. Okay, never mind. Not trying to talk to me. So everything's the same except for the gravity. I believe that's indeed what I wanted to do. Okay. So let me go ahead and open up the original again. And I'm going to save that as another version, which is with low gravity, but with geyser weapons. Which means I'm going to actually make, because right now, well, let me show the level on stream just so we can do a reference for what I'm talking about here. But gotta have my classic blue. All right, so if we start, you see the layout is very choke-like. By the way, I have no game sound, and that's not a stream problem. That's a emulation problem. Yeah, it's choke for the most part, and that's another part of this process, is trying to make it so that Baghdad and Showdown are more represented, which is why I think ultimately what's probably going to be best is low grav and geyser weapons in terms of representing all three levels equally. But yes, right now the outer ring here is grenades. I mean, it works exactly like choke. You get the goodie on the outside, and then when it respawns, it actually respawns here, and when you get that one, it respawns here, and then it just kind of stays there. So what I'm actually going to do when I reintroduce missiles to this level for these versions is I am going to excuse me, actually change this outer ring so that it's missiles, much like in Baghdad, and then actually have the grenades start here, and when you take those, have them respawn in the middle, and then again, they will stay in the middle. So it's kind of a Baghdad choke hybrid when it comes to goodie placement. I'm tempted to actually make it so that the grenades cycle back and forth from the inner ring to the outer ring and back again. Because I always thought it was kind of weird in the original choke that they stayed on the inside and that was the only place you could get goodies. I don't know if there's a compelling gameplay reason to keep it that way, but I'm going to try just keeping it the choke way initially, and when we see how those play, we'll maybe sort of do A/B testing with that variant. But we can tackle that later. So, and actually, you know what? Let me just load up Baghdad here just to show the goodie placement for reference. So again, there's a ring of grenade goodies, and then on the outside there is a ring of missile goodies. And I named, this ClarisWorks document Geezer weapons because not only am I reintroducing goodies, or missiles, but the missiles for sure in Geezer levels tended to be more powerful, faster and higher power. And what I wasn't aware of, but people have referenced in IRC, is the fact that the grenades may have been super powered as well. So I'm going to be looking at that as well to verify that that's the case. So in order to do that, I actually need to open up ResEdit and look at the picked files. I suppose, well, let's see here. So here, I can confirm that they increased the missile power, missile acceleration. Well, I assume that they're increased. I actually have to also look up the default values, which can be found in the Avara level design manual, I believe. Grenades, no grenades. So here, they don't seem to have super-powered grenades in Baghdad. Well, I'm going to have a conundrum if the weapon settings are different in Baghdad and Showdown. Okay, so missile power 1.8, missile acceleration 0.3, so let's look at Showdown. They are altering grenade power. Missile power is also more powerful. Missile turn rate and acceleration are also different. Yo. Well, I guess that means, here's what I'll do. On the low grav versions, I will use the Showdown settings for weapons, because that will help me increase the Showdown representation of the level. And on the not low gravity versions, which are essentially like, what the hell does this level have anything to do with Showdown already, I'm going to go ahead and use the Baghdad versions of the weapons, I think. Boy, I didn't realize. I thought every Geezer level had the same weapon settings. Amphitheater, did they have anything different? I mean, it's a different designer, so possibly not. Well, the easiest way to tell is to actually copy the, picked and take a look in here. Okay, let's just make this easier on ourselves. Whoa. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Let's just go ahead and make that bigger. ClarisWorks 4 is, well, I don't know if it's actually ClarisWorks' problem, but I hate that I can't, in OS 9, I guess, scroll and see where it's going to end up. There's no live update. But yeah, I don't see any weapon settings here, so a lot of variation. Okay. So this is the low gravity version. I want it to be the low gravity version, so let me go ahead and use the showdown settings. So let me open up ResEdit again, go back to ResEdit, look at showdown. Okay. Grenade power 3. Oop. Missile power, I believe, is 2. Missile turn rate 1, missile acceleration 0.5. Two, 1.5. Okay. I don't think I'm going to alter the start grenades, start missiles, start boosts. I don't know why they did that to cap the heavy holes. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Kind of a strange choice. But I'm sure there was some sort of logic to it. Alright, and actually, well, no, I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, so I'm going to save that for now. Now I need to actually alter the goodies, which is kind of a pain in the ass because of Choke's logic going between you know, the different waves, or whatever, going from outside to in for each individual goodie. I mean, every, like, sort of, if you can think about it as like as a line or a series of 3, you have to have, like, you know, their own set of events. I mean, that was really the only thing that was time consuming in making this level, was wiring all that stuff up. Because I couldn't just copy and paste goodies. I had to, you know, alter the sort of start and stop logic. Okay, well, first of all, I don't need to track this second wave. This abbreviation stands for, like, west, right, taken. Because this is the west part of the level. This is the, you know, if you're standing in the center and looking west, it's on the right-hand side. So that was how I kept track of all that nonsense. Now let's see here. So I want to, maybe the easiest way is to just jump in here and start missiles equals 4. But I actually need to do, because this is now kind of a normal goodie, because I don't want the missiles to affect the wave logic at all. I need to say unique. Well, I just need to create them as normal goodies, basically, which means it needs a unique, it needs an and it needs a timer as well as the goodie. So let's say show taken and and equals at start out equals sf show end. I'm kind of doing this from memory. I haven't written. I'm kind of rusty. SF taken. Oops. Out equals SF show. weight equals, oof. I guess I'll have to look that up at Baghdad, in Baghdad. So I'll just put nonsense there for now. Out, okay, start equals SF show, out equals SF taken. So for people that are unaware, what this all means is I'm defining I don't really know how to describe the behavior of unique. You're sort of creating variables within the scope of this text block. Is my understanding of it. That's how it's always worked for me. I was a little bit confused when I was looking at the choke logic because it didn't all seem to be part of, I don't know, I'm not going to get into it, but what I'm using these for are events. And so the object ands, the role of that is to say, well, when the game starts, fire the show event. And this timer is saying, okay, well, listen for the taken event and wait this number of ticks. And there's like about 16 ticks in a second in Avara. And then once that's done, send out the show event again. So the goodie itself listens for the show event, which again fires immediately once the game is started. And then when you take the goodie, it fires the taken event, which again starts the timer. So that's how that works. Let me check to see what the respawn time is on Baghdad missiles. Miss delay. Which here is defined as 250. And what do you know? I got the number of missiles correct too. So, what did I say? 250? Should have been paying closer attention. Let me double check. 250. And their grenade delay is 250, but I think I'll keep the choke delay, although, okay, 250, and then just out of curiosity, my delays, because there's actually a different wait time between the second and third wave, but there's so many grenade goodies in the center. I think 320 is actually a fine wait time. So a couple of things here. So I need to, well, this actually I can use as is because they're normal goodies now. So let me actually, because this is going to drive me nuts, I'll make this text box wide enough to fit everything here because I'm crazy. Actually, before I do anything further, what I want to do is save this. And I'm actually going to test this because I want to see what the missile looks like, because I might want to change the arc color, which changes the appearance of the missile object in the level. So, oh, hold on, save picked. I don't know why it opened the text box, but there you go. So let's do some res edit work here. So I already have I suppose I should keep that open. Whoops, no, classic mix-up is the name of the set. So I'm going to actually modify let's change this to air A. I'm not going to bother modifying any of the other stuff. And then say, oh, okay, I got to remember how to do this now. I don't know if that's what I want, but I guess it is. Hey, how about that? Thank God. Gonna have to delete the whole thing and start over. So actually, let's just call it, because this is a non-low gravity version, it's basically just Baghdad and choke, so I'm going to call it Choke Daddy. And just as a note here, grenades only, normal gravity. Normal weapons, although, well, yeah, I think that's fine, because I think Baghdad, again, they didn't modify the grain power, so I think I don't have to worry about changing that to increase the representation of Baghdad in that level. Okay, it's not a file. I don't know what this reserved. I don't remember what most of this stuff is. Okay. Oh. And then, what is it? Path? Okay, path is what I need to change. Let's just say Choke Daddy. Okay, so there's that version. And then let's also add, already forgot how I did that. I'll call this ARC because it's version C. Choke Daddy down. And I'll say Geezer, or low gravity Geezer weapons. Okay. And I think that's good. So let's go ahead and save that. Now I need to add the picked files, which means switch back to here for a sec. So I want the, what the hell? I see my macro doesn't work very well. But normal gravity. Okay, this. Oh, that was a CW4 file. Wait, no, it's not. Again, I'm confusing myself because my macro is trash. So let's also resource save, but change that to 1001, and that was Choke Daddy. Well, I think people are talking and I can't see what anybody's saying. Oh shit, did I say that this is No Man's Sky? Whoops. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Because clearly this is not No Man's Sky. Okay, hold on, why can't I? Oh, because I'm doing the wrong keys. I hope I didn't completely screw something up. Should I say ClarisWorks 4? Should I say Avara? I'll say ClarisWorks 4. Category Avara. Awesome. Okay. I don't know, where do I go to see who my viewers are? I don't know how to do any of this stuff. Category Classic Mac, huh? Okay. That's apparently not a category. So, I'm going to keep it as Avara. For real though, how do I see who's viewing? Okay, well, Scarlet Swordfish says, who gives a shit? Where was I? Oh, yes. Okay, so I got this one in, which is the normal grav version, and now I need to also add, pardon me, this one, which is my in progress Geezer weapons version. I will say that it's resource 1002. Alright, so now if I open up classic mix up, what? How did I do that? And how do I fix it? So, checking here. Probably because I changed the... This is still clearly grenades only, low gravity. So this should be normal gravity, and yep, that feels a lot heavier. And, oh, I guess I should, well, I guess if I'm excising the showdown influence, I should also put it back down to 3 lives as well. So let me do that real quick. Oh. Good old OS 9. It was awful. Okay, normal gravity. My wife's computer just turned on and it's extremely bright. And rebooted again. Wow. Okay, what am I doing? Alright. Default lives. Normal. You know what? I'm gonna... well, no, I'll fix that macro later. Okay, so I believe I just saved this correctly. Yep. So let's fix that. And confirm. And 3 lives. Good. Alright. And now let's do... Not found, huh? Did I... Oh, I probably forgot to... Yeah. Well, first of all, let me change this because I'm OCD and I'm... break. Okay, choke daddy down. Which means this needs to be called choke daddy down. It's the missing link. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I actually do have to reload this up in that case. I almost marked myself as ready. Okay, here's the missile. Nice and slow. I wonder what the rotation speed on Geezer missiles, Geezer goodies are. Okay. Well, that looks okay. But how can I make it look cooler? if I changed it. I mean, I could just do the bright red. I kind of like that, but it may not look good. But that's what testing is for. Oh, this is the wrong file though. User weapons. God, I wish I could just type T and get the text tool. It's been driving me crazy. Right, so I actually need to ungroup that. And actually that's, oh, God, we can, no, I'm pretty sure that it's the same. Oh, actually, is it? Hold on. I guess not. But you know what? I'll see what it looks like. That'll be close enough. I do wish it was a little bit less of a pain in the ass to go from, you know, a change in ClarisWorks to being able to play it. Oh, what have I done? No Hector available, huh? Do I seriously need to group this back up for some reason? Because that was pretty much all I changed. Maybe I accidentally, I don't know what I did. Who knows? If this doesn't work, I'll just, oh. Hold on a sec. That looks like, oh, okay, let's see, let's just see what that did. Weird, okay. It looks okay. I don't know if I like it better. What I used to always do was use the lightest sort of color in my color palette, which was usually a very low saturation version of the primary color in the level. My levels tended to be monochromatic, which makes me cringe now. I don't like it. But, you know what, let me try firing missile too. That definitely feels faster. Yeah. Oop. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the way that it kind of blends into the pads on the ground. I could, I mean, that looks kind of cool, but on the gray. Maybe I'm wasting my time. Maybe black is fine. But I do like kind of trying to make them match a little bit. I could try a darker red. I'll try a darker red. Oop. Maybe something like that. Okay. And just in case, let me reload. Oh yeah, I meant to look at the speed, rotation speed. I definitely don't like that. Alright, well, I think this is officially a bad use of time, but I am going to try to make it maybe a shade of gray instead. This is the hard part. Everything else is easy. So let's make it pretty dark, but not as dark as the walls here. Oh, that's not going to do me any good. I actually have to put in res edit first. You know, I think I kind of like black better. Let's throw in the towel on that. Although, while I'm here, let me check the rotation speed. They don't set one. So, whatever the default is, I guess. And you know what? I'm curious. Actually, I was curious about a couple of Avara defaults. So let me look up the... Oh, actually, is there a recent items? I guess not there, but there will be here. Except it's not there. I must not have opened it, and yeah, I must have just opened my copy on somewhere else. So let me just hide all this stuff. That would be in the extras, mission editing, creating. So, let me look up. I don't know what the hell is up with this goodie, or this emulator, but I can't like hold down shift and use that to, in conjunction with the arrow keys, to like select text. And if I try to do a find in ClarisWorks, it only does like one character at a time, which is very useless. So let's see here. Actually, fun fact, the platforms in which players incarnate, obviously right now they're rectangles or blocks like in Choke, but initially I tried to use the tri-pyramid because I was like, I saw it in the manual. It's like, I've never used those before. I wonder how that works, but unfortunately, so my idea was to place a tri-pyramid, flip it upside down, and have players incarnate on those. But unfortunately, there was no way to actually have a draw a floor on the tri-pyramid, so it just looked really weird. And because it's a triangle, there's no way to just like go back in and kind of create your own like flat wall or whatever to cover it up. So probably a good reason that tri-pyramid was never used by anybody. But let's see here. So, I am actually really curious kind of about teleporters too, because in the low gravity version of this level in particular, it's easy. I mean, it's possible to get kind of jump in such a way that you actually kind of get snared by the recenter destination teleporter. And it would certainly be really useful to be able to say, you know, don't suck me in. Just, this is exit only. Okay. Alright, so they have speed listed here. 0. Did the goodies in Baghdad really not spin? Well, I'll be. Never noticed that. I'm guessing they don't all point to the center then, right? So I don't think you can control... Can you control with the arc segments? I guess you must be able to. Which way they're facing. Well, yet another thing I never knew. I don't know if I want to figure that out. I might be too lazy, so I'll keep the speed. The same speed as choke. But we can always change that later. So what else was I going to check? Oh yes, I wanted to check the default values for weapons to see just how much Showdown changed things. So assuming that these are the defaults, grenade power is usually 2.5, and in Showdown they increased it to 3.0. So that's what, like 20%? Math is never my strong suit, but I believe that's correct. Missile power 1.0, which makes more sense if you're scaling things. Missile power. So they doubled the power of missiles in Showdown. Wow. Turn rate 1, acceleration 0.5. So they made missiles turn very quickly. God, why would you use anything other than missiles? An acceleration 0.2 as opposed to 0.5. So yeah, man, they're super fast. What was it in Geriatric Ward again? Their missile values? Because I'm using the Showdown versions. Why is this not opening? There we go. So grenades are normal. Missile power is almost double. I mean, it's not that much less than Showdown. Acceleration is 0.3, so as opposed to, I believe I said 0.2 in Oh my god, why can't I close? My keyboard's acting weird now. Having trouble closing windows in, okay, I think my emulator is confused about where my mouse cursor is or something. Or it thinks the shift key is... It seems to think that my shift key is stuck down. Yo. Alright, well, that's great. Anyway, what was I doing? I suppose fixing this goodie. Back to a black line. I seriously need to... Apparently I do need to restart the emulator. Great. I'm not sure what that's going to do to my stream here. That's really annoying. Let's try this again. I think the hard drive thrashing is my, I don't know when you said that, sorry Croc, but yeah, I think that's actually my Synology box going. Oh, okay. I guess it's back up? Yes, it is. Great. Oh, hold on. It's hard to get the emulator to release my mouse. Okay. So, where was I? Yes, this is what I want. I have too many of these files now. Alright. Ungroup, whoops. Okay. So, I guess I know now that I like the way that looks, so I can go ahead and start oh, that's true. I hate the copy-paste behavior in ClarisWorks. If you want to keep it aligned to grid, which we do. As long as you don't move the window or click off the thing that you're pasting, it behaves, but otherwise you have to do a little song and dance. I have to ungroup it, align to grid, regroup it. Okay. So this is stage one. So now the missile goodies are in place. So what it remains is actually updating the logic for the grenade goodies. So number one, I no longer need these initial timers here that wait for the first taken event. They're kind of misleadingly named second wave, like north left taken, because that's actually what previously got called when the first wave or whatever was taken. So it's confusing, but let's see here. Let's do. So yeah, actually, I think all I need to do is remove these second wave timers. Because there's no longer there's only two waves now instead of, God, do I want to actually, oh, I should have done this differently. Whoo, boy. I really want to rename these events now. Shit. Yeah, I think honestly the fastest way to do that is to start over here. Because, let's see. Okay, so those are still there. There's the one missile goodie, but then... Okay, good. So, let's do this. Let's actually... What we're going to do is delete the third wave goodies. God, I can't tell if I have the right thing selected here. There we go. So I'm going to delete that, delete all those, and actually move these closer in. And then I will adjust the timers accordingly, but this will save me the trouble of renaming the events because I'm a crazy person. Okay, so there's that wave, and then we're going to move the other wave inward. Let's actually see this real quick. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, second wave. And these are all named. Oh, but okay, so I'm gonna have to modify these as well, actually. But I think that will ultimately be easier. Okay, so outer wave stuff gets moved inward. In this case, I have to actually make a copy of this because I already got rid of the original and say I just should have to change that because this is wave left or west left, this is west right. Okay. Right. And then I can just duplicate the missile goodies as I did before. Only this time, I'm doing it the correct way. Boy, is this fucking backup ever gonna stop grinding? Suppose that's a downside to having a emulator that uses a disk image. It's a big file that Time Machine has to keep up to date. Okay, so now there should be purely missiles on the outside. There's only 2 waves of goodies. The logic is mostly sound, but I do need to update the out message because there's no longer a 3rd wave. Second wave. Okay, that looks like that's all of them. So, starts. So now, I actually need to delete all the 3rd wave references, but I will use the same wait time. So I'll update the 2nd wave timers to say 320 instead of 260, I believe is what it is. That way all the center goodies will still, have a delay have the same delay time, respawn time, which I feel is okay because there's far more than there are in Choke or in Baghdad. Well, I guess far more is not quite accurate. There's 6 in the in Baghdad and 8 in this level. But I guess that's 33% more. Okay. Now I think I did that correctly. Let me zoom out to make sure, because I feel like no, I think that's accurate. Okay. Save a pict. Open the pict. All right. I had to reboot, so now I have to reopen ResEdit. I'm going to paste in the new version, But also I need to, well, I don't need to, but I'm actually going to clarify something here. You know what, I'm going to change the spec because I think that's why I'm getting that weird ghost entry in the low gravity. I'm going to say showdown weapons because there's apparently a difference between showdown and Baghdad. And I'm actually going to change this. I want it to eventually say SF-18, but I'm going to say classic mix-up beta. Actually, is it possible for me to put in? I guess it is. That's good. I was really unclear as to what happens if you have collisions on that set label. I don't really want to find out the answer necessarily because I assume it won't be good. Okay. Classic blue. All right, so I'm seeing missiles. Let's just go ahead and make sure that all the respawns on these works. I mean, they ought to. Because of the way, you know, it's a standard goodie. But who knows, I may have misremembered how to write the logic on those. Are these just like responding so fast that apparently it must be. Yep. Okay, well, I guess these are confirmed to be respawning. Okay, and let me double check. Okay, it seems to be only the goodies on the outside are showing up. As they should be. And if I pick that up, the next one should spawn right there. After 320 divided by 16 seconds. I have no reason to believe that it won't, but there it is. Now let's just make sure that all these other ones respawn. As expected. Looks like they're making their way around. Ta-da. Great. I mentioned this on Grimstream, but another thing that I would like to do eventually, and I suppose I'll wait to do this until after we narrow down what version or versions of this level are actually playable and fun. But I want to maybe figure out how to do random incarnators. So I'll have to look at living levels to figure out how to do that. Because in an ideal world, Avara would have had random incarnators in every level. But the random, whatever function enables pseudo-randomness in Avara levels was discovered very late. So that's one thing that's kind of on my to-do list, and then also maybe creating King of the Hill and Symbiosis versions of not just this level, but any other level I might add to this set, and the theme to the set you didn't hear before is just kind of creating mashups of classic Avara levels that are loved. This level is an example of a mashup of levels that are not. I don't know how to say it. They're polarizing. Let me just put it that way. They're kind of, yeah, I don't know. They're bad levels for bad people. So, but let's see here. All right, well, I think this level is honestly ready to test. I'm going to also really quickly create a version that is like this, but normal gravity and Baghdad versions of the weapon settings instead of the showdown settings. So let me save this version as getting real long. Oop. Coming up on the OS 9 character limit apparently. Okay, so take out, again, for excising the showdown influence, we don't need gravity or default lives. Grenade power was the same in Baghdad as, it was default. And let me I can verify that real quick, but also I believe, well, okay, I should just give up trying to talk. 1.8 power, 0.3 acceleration. 1.8 power, 0.3 acceleration. I can't remember what I think the default turn rate is actually like 0.05 or something really really small. They really cranked it up for showdown. It's nuts. All right, so power, acceleration, power, acceleration. Okay, so I guess if I create a pict, it's not gonna. Use your normal graph. God, I need to fix that macro. And I will do so at a later time. So let me go ahead and create a new resource. I don't really know yet what I'm going to call this one. I guess it would be a variation of Choke Down. Wait, Choke Daddy. So, I don't know, I'll say Choke Daddy B, whatever. Eventually, there will only be one title for this thing. Okay, so this was Air C, so I'm going to call this Air D. Choke Daddy B. These are weapons normal gravity, or actually, sorry. Although, what was it? Actually, I'll say normal. And what did I call it? Choke Teddy B. Okay. So I think that is everything. I apologize if people are talking. I don't have a, very good view of the chat window here. Okay, so that definitely feels like normal gravity. Cool. And you know what? I'm not even going to bother testing the goodies because I didn't change them. Okay, well, I think this is ready to test. So I am going to go to the bathroom. And then I'm going to compress this and see if anybody is available to test it. So I will be right back. Now we'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So let's get this party started. I almost broke into song, but let's not do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just click ClarisWorks because we're done with that. That's what I'm going to replace. Okay. So let us. No. So I have to do this. Keeping it in the goodie pack, even though just because that's where I don't know, that's where all my levels are. So and utilities, open Aladdin, drop stuff. Okay. Name it. Okay, now the fun part. I have to actually send this to my computer. Well, I don't have to send it to my computer, but I have to... Pardon me. I have to mount the disk on my... in OS 10, and hopefully I can do so without crashing the emulator or something. But it looks like we're okay to go still somehow. Let me hold on. Sorry, you won't really be able to see any of this, but okay. So now I need to open up FTP. Sorry, I'm just narrating what I'm doing because you can't see it. But yeah, I'm uploading this to my server, and then I have to move it to my actual web directory. It's not the most convenient thing to do. I tried to get FTP working on my you know what, it's not important. Who gives a crap? No. Okay. Working. Okay. Ah, fart. Alright, so I also have to change permissions and ownership. Presumably. Okay, well that's done. So I think I can test here in just a second if anybody's available, and it looks like people are talking on Avara lines, so I think that is likely. Let's see here. Put the URL here again for convenience. An IRC. Croc is giving me an IP address. Thank you, Croc. Oh, that's right, I can't paste. I'm probably gonna take a cough drop. That sounds like a good idea. All right, 97. Oh, actually, maybe I won't give his IP out over a stream. I don't know. Oh, actually, let's open up Mumble too.
Connected.
Hey, Croc, are you gonna hop on Mumble? Hey, what's up? Cool. Sounds like Swordfish is on his way too. I wonder if the stream is picking up your yeah. Sorry, can you talk? Yeah, I can't tell if Murmur is picking that up or not. Or sorry, if I need to add a audio source. Oh, SS says it is not picking it up. So I don't know how I. Let me try to figure this out. Not that. Oh, maybe I have to do audio input capture, but no, it wouldn't be a input capture, would it? Yeah, I'm seeing like audio input capture, audio output capture. I could. Little help. I said little help. Yeah. I guess if I'll do maybe an additional window capture on Mumble and hopefully. Well, or is that just video? I don't know. Okay. Okay. Can you talk again? Swordfish, are you picking it up? He says no. Okie doke. Well, that's no fun. I'll do output capture. You would think that that would maybe. It doesn't seem like it. I don't see the decibel meter picking up anything. Well, that's no fun. But my viewers. All right. Oh, what did you load? I mean, do you only see one? Huh. Okay, let's see what happens if I try to load. What? Okay. Oh. Looks like Swordfish needs the IP again. Okay. So this is the normal gravity, normal weapons. So, but still grenades only, so it's basically just choke plus Baghdad. Don't bother hopping on Mumble. Nobody will be able to hear you. No, it's cool. I would like to be able to talk to you, even though it'll be a one-sided conversation as far as everybody else is concerned. Oh, nice. Everybody just watched Scarlet Swordfish's stream for a while. Swordfish, you can hop on Mumble. Great update, Croc. Oh, okay. Swordfish is ready. I guess Swordfish didn't even get to play the original. This is really laggy. Hopefully it'll get better. There we go. I think it's getting better. Boy, I wish I could hear things. Mm-hmm. I just miss this. I just miss the sounds, man. So nostalgic. Yeah, that's about right. Shit. Man, yeah. Still pretty bad. Still pretty rusty. Nope. Gosh, give Swordfish a chance to play. Ooh. Oh, well, that was really stupid. So, I can tell you right now, I don't like the way this is playing because it's basically just choke. What's the point of making a mashup if it's just exactly like another level? Oh, looks like I got my head movement stuck. Jesus Christ. What is plasma super powerful too? Alright. More feedback is fine, but I just, yeah, that just felt like choke to me, you know. I didn't feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is going to be the winner, but oh, yeah, I can't hear Swordfish. Just okay. What the hell? I hear sound. Oh, it's from Swordfish. That's funny. I hear Swordfish's audio. That's better than. Jesus. Lock on, man. Uh-oh. Shit. Shit. Oh. Man, Oh, shit. I swear too much. Oh. Oh. God. Oh, Swordfish is out already? Jeez. For some reason I thought I killed Croc. Oh, fuck. Man, these missiles are ridiculous. I actually wonder if I got it wrong. Maybe I wonder if it's possible that the turn rate in Showdown missiles was 0.1 and not 1. Because they just, like, completely, you know, like, like, do a 180. Yeah. Yes. Fuck. Ugh. But seriously though, were the missiles in Showdown so, like, they can turn 180 degrees? Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. What is? I made ones more recently than that, but like IYA was, I don't know, maybe that might have been like 2010 or something like that. But well, maybe actually probably not quite that. Um, it might have been more like 2009 or 2008 or something. But I think I was in college when I made that one. And I went to college late, so. Man, missiles really are nuts. I forgot. And this is without the. Well, I guess no. They. This is no. I can't remember if Baghdad was just acceleration. I think it was like so. Turn rate is actually is normal, but. That kind of felt the best to me, but I don't know if it's just because it hasn't been a great play experience because I feel like it's been kind of choppy. Is my LT like locked or something? Okay. Like I don't know what it just. Um, okay. Sure. Yeah, mine seems to be locked at 0, I guess. I just set it back to 1, but yeah, I don't know if I'm just rusty enough that I'm not having a good time. I don't know. It feels very different because earlier we were playing with 4, so it's shit. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, man. I can't. I'm so. My memory. I don't know. This is just. I do not remember Baghdad being. Like having the missiles be this crazy. Everybody else's memory is far better than mine, apparently. No, this is Baghdad missiles. I don't have a version with normal missiles right now. Ah. Excuse me. Excuse me, do you mind? GDI! Shit. Getting killed. It's a Wonderful Life. I thought you might say that. GG. Yes. Yeah, I'm curious to try the low grab version again, but I really feel compelled to double check to make sure that the turn rate is actually supposed to be 1 and not 0.1, because it just seems like that has to be a mistake. There's no way the geezers did that on purpose. Yeah, apparently. This isn't Twister like Showdown, or I can't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't hate this. I could see including like both versions possibly, but I don't know. But low grab definitely, I don't know. It's yet. This level's still in beta, baby. Fuck. It's too hard for me to get a lock. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I'm probably just rusty. Well, that's definitely not it. Well, cough drop's not helping. Did I? Okay, yeah, that's what I got stuck on. Fuck. As it was always meant to be. Haha, GG. Well, we just got to get Grim in here. He'll wreck me. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Exactly. That's exactly the problem. You've identified the issue. When I was making it, I was pretty sure it's like, okay, this is either going to be surprisingly fun or a disaster. Yeah. If there were like 6 people and there was enough goodies or whatever, just constantly grenades flying, it could be amusing in a stupid way. I mean, in a way that isn't really, would not be fun per se. It's just like, haha, isn't this stupid? And then you stop, like, you never play it ever again. So, yeah. So there's been 1 kill so far. Oh, God. None of those hit. Yep. False alarm. Oh, this is terrible. This is definitely not the best version. Oh, Grim is apparently, well, he's saying something on the bear line. God, cannot stop coughing. Fuck it. I'm just going plasma. Grenades are pointless. I don't think... I seriously wonder if I've hit anybody. I have 670 points. And that's probably all from plasma hits. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually curious to see if I meant to look this up on stream earlier when I was looking up default values for like grenade power and missile power and all that stuff, whether or not there was like a plasma scaling variable. I guess not, because it's like technically part of the whole attribute or the whole data. But I mean, it could act as like a scaler. That happened. Oh. I mean, once you start getting the hang of the trajectory, it's not so bad. But it is still ridiculous, and yeah. I mean, it definitely kind of changes the strategy because it makes you kind of think. I mean, I don't know. It makes you easier to catch with grenades if you're landing. So it kind of changes things a bit. Ugh. I expected. Huh. So one thing, I mean, I didn't like this about Choke either, is that because of the way that they have like the goodies set up or whatever, like, oh, GG. Once you, all the goodies are like in the center, like you're just like running around the fucking center of the of the level. Let's see. Before we start, is Grim coming? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and start assuming that he won't come. So this is regular. Okay, so this is like Baghdad. No. Oh man. Well, it's regular gravity, Baghdad, missiles. But yeah, I mean, one nice thing about having these versions of the levels with missiles is that there's actually reason to go out to the perimeter of the level again. How did that not kill you? Yes. Well, I saw it on stream anyway. I don't know if I was actually there. I have no idea. I mean, I was always pretty in the dark about what the green bar actually represented, even though, I mean, I kind of, you could make an educated guess, I guess, but I didn't ever recall hearing it spelled out. Yeah. Shit. Kill myself. Croc, did you ever play IYA? I can't remember. Like, you're busy. I forgot your push to talk. Like outside of a stream. Okay. Just curious. Sure. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to call it a night here soon. Yeah. Shit. Sorry. Yeah. Ugh. Man, that's far out bubble teleporter. Oh, fuck. That's a problem. Oh, I've got trouble. Oh, it's bad. Oh, whoop. Yikes. Ah, fuck. GG. And I've got an Amber Alert, so I gotta go on patrol. That is a bummer, though. For to be clear, I am. Huh. All right. Well, good night, guys. Thanks for the games and thanks for the tests. I guess we'll. Sure. I guess we'll play test some more with other people and try to figure out what version's best. So. All right. Well, talk to you guys later. All right. Bye. And that concludes the stream.